Good morning. It is day one, as you can tell from I'm in a bed. We're at our Airbnb and we're about to go grab some coffee and breakfast at the malt shop and then just pack up, and Airbnb host is going to drive us down to the monument and we will start. I am still too tired to be excited. But I will get there. Anyone who knows me is probably not going to be surprised. But we did definitely go through a little bit of stages last night of what are we doing? Do we have business doing this? And just kind of those mild anxieties that are just like the discomfort of realizing you're going to have to do something entirely new in a fashion, which means it's going to be a learning curve. It's going to be uncomfortable because, not the discomfort of the trail, but just to have to do something new outside your comfort zone. And so it just has that mental reticence of, which it's not that we haven't backpacked, but it's just such a different situation. So kind of hitting those really mild, I don't know, I can't think of the word, a tired thing, but just the mild anxieties before we start. And once we see the monument, I think is really where it's gonna hit in a big way. You know, just that view we've seen in podcasts for years, the mile one marker, and it's just, she's gonna cry. It's gonna be laughing, excited, crying. I'll take video of it. You'll see it. But either way, we will see it in the monument. Yeah, it's not real yet. There's Mexico, Chelsea. Yeah, that's bizarre. And yet,
you guys are almost there. You're almost to the park. Oh my god!
There's our class.
Yep.
I think we're being followed by Border Patrol.
Probably.
Yeah, you guys look like you're aliens. Yeah.
So, we're here. And, oh, it really is emotional now. I don't know what those emotions are. But whoa. No idea what I'm feeling right now. But it's something big. It's good. It's just confusing. So the border, the monument's right behind me. There's some barbed wire in between it and the border wall, but we can just walk right up to the border wall. And so I'm gonna go stick my finger into Mexico. And then we're gonna check the water report. Send a few last messages, because weirdly enough we have a signal at the border, but we don't in Lake Morena. By the way, Lake Morena, horrible signal. And so I'm going to take our final pictures, really start our official picture a day thing. And then Canada's that way. And it starts. It only seemed fair to let her walk. The way I put it was her stupid idea we do this, so so she gets to start it. So these are literally the first steps. It's been about as emotional as I think it should have been.
lots of crying. Mostly me. I'm actually surprised she hasn't so much. But we're officially started. We're officially hiker trash and training. So, I'll see you guys along the way. Just to give a last view, especially because I never see anyone's video that shows what this area looks like, and I suppose I should have shown some of that where we at the monument. But that said, I did take some photos, so you guys just wanted to show this little bit. There is we actually saw like a couple 100 feet on the trail, a little bit of moisture on the trail itself. So it's March 19th, and there is quite a bit of water out and about. So, or for shade, we're only like a few thousand feet in or something like that, I don't know. But the relaxation and the realness of this is heading in stages. And it's definitely just, going between crying and just having the relaxation set in and feeling where I need to adjust my bag. But it's a point of business, so to say. I'm starting with my phone because while I have my camera, it takes so long and especially so much power to transfer videos from the camera to the phone that at least to start, I'm just going to be shooting video on the phone, even though the camera does such a better quality job, especially as you can see all the shaking is really obnoxious. So just kind of is what it is. Hopefully we'll be able to switch to using the camera soon, especially because I can see what I'm shooting at the same time. But it is gorgeous, and well, it's not till later we hit, was it Lone Pine, where Star Trek and other stuff was shot. Already I just kind of have visions of Star Trek and desert scenes. But as it is, this is just, I'm a really, really mellow person, as you can tell from the videos where I'm just like, I'm whelmed. Well, this has been overwhelming in a good way, but just, I'm always so generally level that it's been, I just haven't been prepared for this much emotion, which it should be, but it's still been it's just been crazy. So I normally just not an excitable person, probably in part because just I don't know, it's just not my personality type, and I think I'm probably feeling excitement, I don't know. So I'll catch up with you guys in a bit, probably at the 1 mile marker in like a minute or two. I was right, that came really quick.
That came super quick.
So if any of you wanted to see what mile 1 looked like, it's actually pretty lush, but also we're in a big rain year. So I'm going to take them in and get some photos because, well, here. Here's my first mile on the PCT. What emotion. So we're only like 2 or 3 miles in or something at most, and I just had to share. This is Desert 2. I mean, we're here, it's a wet year and we're here early season, but I just don't see this view much. The desert is not what I used to think it is, and I'm just looking forward to the huge variation. That's all. I gotta say, I did not expect little meadows and these kind of trees just 3 miles from the Mexican border. Decent amount of shade just to start with. just barely see the border wall going along those hills above the lake. And yeah, like 2-3 miles past it, but we're about 4 miles in, but just as we came around the corner shot, I thought I would show. We'll say there's been great water so far. Like every 2 miles we've had like a babbling brook, or sooner. Like I mentioned on like my first couple of videos, there's water on the PCT like 500 feet from the border wall. So it's a nice time of year for this. It's only about 70. The sun is strong, but still, it's delightful. This is the benefit of the desert and winter. That said, this stream I think is generally here pretty well all year, but still, there's glinty stuff in the water. Gold! Or just water. There's still shiny stuff. So I really meant it. We have full on like meadows. It almost looks burnt out past it, but we've just been passing so many grasses and just fields of flowers and stuff like that. I don't know, we've been so much green. Seemed a good time for a bit of an update. As planned, we're taking it really slow today. We can just barely see the border wall, but just because it's up on a hill behind us, I'll show you in a second. Not that you'll probably be able to see it unless you're really full screen. But just feeling better as the day goes on, especially now that we're on the other side of a hill, so it's cool, there's a breeze, all my sun clothing is off, and my pack's feeling pretty fit to my body now. It's taken some adjustment, and I just feel good. So it's been an amazing first day. The relaxation is hitting in stages, and it's not real. You know, it's so hard to wrap your mind around something like this until you're here, and we are, and it's still, you know, let's say blind man holding onto the tusk of an elephant wondering what it is. And so it's just kind of everything we were hoping for to start, and it's just feeling fantastic. So we have not far to go. We're just going 7.6 today to a campsite established, or, you know, marked kind of area. And everyone's just been delightful today. It's nice to be around a bunch of other thru hikers. There's some that definitely experienced, but you know, as a whole, everyone's just been so nice. And, you know, not to say anything bad about day hikers, because we were them until today. But just, you know, there's so much more of a, even from day one, there's no one that doesn't go by that's not really polite and mildly conversational, if not just like they're meeting an old friend. So it's just been a fun shift just with that, let alone jumping from the Pacific Northwest to the desert, and it's just so much more green than I could have expected. There's been water about every mile. Like we're at a part where the trail is actually, we can't actually walk on it. It's literally given way because of the moisture, and most of it's still actually wet. So it's kind of crazy. But there's the border wall right on the edge. There's the wife. And we're just gonna keep going. I'll check in at camp probably. That'll be it for the day.